1 second. Wrong. Move. Die. Yes! Got the shell. Okay, I'll stop. But when I bought the Nintendo Switch, it was because I wanted to experience some of those fantastic Nintendo first-party games, such as Zelda. However, recently a lot of board game companies have been publishing their board games on the Switch. So when Acrim Digital reached out and said, hey, would you like to check out Istanbul? I went, well, yes. Yes, I would. Istanbul was released in 2014 by Pegasus Spiel. Currently, you can get it in the United States through Alderac. This is a pickup and delivery game based on a series of modular tiles that I put on the table. They also came out with the dice version of the game last year, which I really enjoy. But the regular board game is now available on the Switch. You may be wondering, hey, when you put the Switch down, it had Zelda on the screen, but when you picked it up, it had Istanbul. How did you do that? None of you thinking that? Okay, fine. In Istanbul, you're using a stack of merchants to move around the board, to pick up goods, to sell, to get money, all for the sole purpose of trying to collect 5 rupees. Wait, did I say rupees? I meant rubies. Where did I get rupees from? One of the very interesting mechanics about this game is how you have your stack of merchants and you can move 1 or 2 tiles from your current tile, and when you go there, you either drop off one of your discs or your merchants in order to activate that tile or pick up one that's already there. Now, if you've never played the game before, obviously the best place to start is going to be the tutorial. The game has a pretty straight tutorial in it. It explains to you how to move the merchant around. It explains to you the goal of the game. It shows you how some of the tiles work. And then it throws you into an easy game so that you can actually get the feel for the game yourself. Now, if you've played the game, this is going to feel very familiar. Once you work through the tutorial to see how kind of the controls work, you can jump right into a game and get playing. If you've never played, I do recommend going through the tutorial. And if you can't grasp all of what the different tiles do, there is a very convenient help section within the application where you can look up each of the tiles and how they work. And as you're playing the game, when you move to a tile, you can pull up the information box and see exactly how it works. Once you're ready to start the game, you can play a single player mode where you can pick your different types of AI from easy to hard. You can also change the order of the tiles. Now, this is just like the regular board game where you can have a standard setup of tiles, you can have short paths, you can have long paths. This adds a lot of variability to the game as you play, and it's also offered in the Switch version. Only one more leaf to get. Sorry. Once you're ready to go, you're presented with a screen that looks exactly like the board game. Again, if you've played, this is going to feel very familiar. You're just going to go pick up your stack of merchants, move, drop them off, and take the action of that tile. They have some nice options in here like doing fast animations, which I have going on right here. So I could slow down the player's turns where it shows them individually moving, picking up, taking the action. But if you turn on fast animations, you're literally taking your turn every couple seconds. I guess the only drawback to that is you got to kind of pause and see, now wait a minute, what just happened? And you can easily see exactly where they went, and you've always got the status of their board on the left side of the screen. You can see exactly what resources they collected, how many rubies they got, etc. And if you have it set up that way, games in Istanbul will move really quick. You could probably get through a game in just 10 to 15 minutes at the most. By the way, whenever you hear the word Istanbul, is anybody else like me and then they hear this song in their head?
Istanbul is Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople.
No, it's just me? All right, never mind. Now, while playing solo is fun, you gotta have an online mode, right? And this is a place where Istanbul really excels because they offer you 2 types of online play. There's synchronous mode, there's asynchronous mode. Synchronous means you hook up with a friend, and there is a friends list, which is really nice, so you can see if a friend's online, hook up with them, and easily connect and create a game. And if they are, you can sit there and just play back and forth in real time. Or there's an asynchronous mode, which happens to be my favorite, where I can create a game invite goes out, they accept, and then you take your turn, and you come back later and get notified that it's your turn. You go back and forth over a couple hours, couple days till you play a full game. That makes it so you and your friends can't play at the exact same time. You can still get in a game. And then if you're like me and you have no friends online to play with, you can create a public room and just have people join in, or you can see what other public rooms are available and just jump into their game and play. Another thing this game has too, like many other games, there are achievements. You can see your unlocked achievements, your locked. You can work on trying to get this achievement. So if you're one of those that's got, I got to unlock it all, it's there for you too, which also can extend the playability of the game. If you're a fan of Istanbul and you have a Switch, then you're really going to like this conversion. Again, it feels exactly like the board game. It's going to feel very familiar to you. It does have some options with how the modules are laid out. You can play solo, you can play online. And if this interests you, you can actually go out to the eShop right now and pick up this game from Akram Digital for $19.99. So let me pass the question off to you. Have you played the Istanbul on the Switch? Do you have any interest in playing it on the Switch? If so, why don't you let me know down in the comments down there. While you're down there, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button and the like button. I would very much appreciate it. And if you want to, you can check out some other videos over here that I've done for other games on the Switch. And as always, creative closing catchphrase. Where is that stupid golden leaf?